What's up, everybody? Welcome to Yaga Rambles. And yeah, it's been way too long since I've done a podcast. So, here I am. How are we all doing? Oh, God. I don't know, man. There's some weird-ass weather going on. It's fall now. We're well into October. You know, everybody's getting all Halloween-y on you. Which, you know, is fun. It's always fun. Halloween. All that stuff. But it's fucking weird here. It's like 85 degrees one day, and then it's like 40 degrees the next, and that's no bullshit. We've had like several mid-80s super humid days here in Illinois, and it's fucking weird. Nobody thinks, no, there's nothing wrong with the world. It's fine. Oh, it's just weather. It's unpredictable. I'm like, it's fucking weird. God. No, like, I don't know. I try not to worry about it too much because shit like the weather's out of my control, you know? So, like, just is what it is, I guess. But, I tell you, I already feel it, man. Whenever it's gloomy out in fall, I don't know. I love summer because I feel the best, like I'm the most active. But I get days like today where it's just like, overcast and fucking cloudy. Like, I have no desire to do anything. So it just makes me not want to do a fucking live stream, a podcast, or anything, which I know I haven't done a live stream, but I think I'm going to hit it all in one day. I think I'm going to do a podcast, and later on I'm going to do a live stream just for shits and giggles. Get back into it, man, and that's what I realize I miss out on. When I don't do shit for a while, like 3 weeks, man, I haven't done a podcast, a live stream, nothing. Nothing creative. I get fucking pissed. Because not only is this me trying to share my thoughts with the world, this is like my out. You know, the thing I need to do to have, like, get out aggression, just say what's on my mind so I can, like, live on day to day. And it sucks sometimes because, like, I don't know, I just have other things going on and you just have no motivation to do it. And really the only excuse is I just didn't do it. And, you know, I tell you, sometimes you just got to do shit you don't want to do. I mean, it's like if I want to be consistent, and then I realize 3 weeks, I'm like, why am I getting so frustrated? Oh, yeah. You didn't do the thing that takes out your frustrations, you know, which is this podcast and my live streams and anything else like that. So, fuck it. So with that being said, here we are. Welcome. Oh, man, I went to Dunkin' Donuts earlier, get my espresso. There was the sweetest lady on the other end of the little thing there as I was ordering. I pull up immediately. She's like, "Good morning." I'm like, "Good morning. What can I get you, dear?" And I was like, my usual triple espresso on ice. And she's like, "Come around, baby." Sweet little black lady. And I don't know, just something about the tone, like aesthetically was nice. It's nice to get greeted without your I work in the food restaurant industry, right? And I'm a robot. I'm not gonna lie. When I greet people, it's all the same. It's the same spiel to every table. I'm a fucking Terminator when I talk to people. Some of my regulars, I'm more laid back and personable. But I got a speech. I got my little thing that I do with all my tables, and it's just what I do. It's like autopilot when I'm at work. And this lady just seemed genuine and nice, and it was refreshing. It was actually really refreshing to order a coffee and have someone greet you like that. It makes me have hope for humanity because there's still people out there that do it. And that's something I can work on. I mean, aside from my job, I'm like that with people I interact with for the most part out in the general public. Like, I go to the grocery store every day, multiple times a day. And pretty much everybody knows who I am there because they see me all the time. So it's just like one of those things like, hey, I see this dude every day, so we're cool. And, I go there so much these people almost asked if I worked there before. But everybody's super sweet. And when I come in contact with the general public, I just try to be, I'm myself, but try to be good to other people, man. I don't know. You get a lot better response when you're just, I don't know. Like that lady put me in a good mood at Dunkin' Donuts today. I don't know what it was. Like I was already in a good mood, like I started my day off right. And then, just that nice little response, like, come around, baby. Like, I don't know. That's nice. Because you don't get that all the time. You get the, hi, what can I get you today? That's $2.67. Please pull around. Thank you. You get some fucking person who's done it 3,000 times, and I understand. I do the same shit. I gotta say the same shit to every fucking person, table I come in contact with, and it gets it's redundant, it's boring. I don't think human beings are designed to do the same thing over and over again, like, all the time. Like, I've always wondered if musicians and shit like that, like bands, especially even the biggest bands, like the Rolling Stones, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, fucking Metallica, all these bands that have been around for fucking 40, 50 years, do they ever just look at themselves in the mirror and go, fuck this? You know what I mean? Like, we've been playing the same fucking song for 40 years. Like, do they ever get tired of it? Because I have this weird theory of mine that human beings aren't, at least I'm not designed to do, like, I can't just do one thing forever. That's what always bugged me when I was in school. We're like, what do you want to do for a career? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm a creative type, I'm more artistic. I have ideas, imagination. I've always been that way. I've never been like, well, I could see myself in a nice cubicle office for the next 40 years, and then by the time I retire, my retirement won't be there, and I'll be able to enjoy, the latter years of my life. No. I always thought, like, fuck it. If you want to do something, do it now, But I've always wondered if bands and shit, people that have done shit their whole life, you talk to people, I've worked at this company for 37 years. And I'm like, really? It's like you got up every morning, you did it. It's like bands and musicians too, It's like, I just don't get it. Like, do they ever just sit there and go, I wish I would have did something else, even if they're super famous? Because you gotta wonder, even though if they love playing music, what else do they like doing? Is that it? Do they just love playing guitar and singing and shit? Or is there a bunch of other stuff they're interested in? Because I think there's a lot of other stuff, like, if people are honest with themselves, that they do. Like, I remember watching the Joe Rogan podcast with Maynard James Keenan from Tool on there, and that motherfucker's into everything. Singer of one of the biggest fucking metal bands ever, fucking owns a wine vineyard, does jiu-jitsu. He's all over the place. Like, that's pretty freaking awesome, man. And so I tend to think, like, man, there's got to be so much other stuff you want to do. Like, I go to my job for the money, and that's it, because money's what we need to make the world go around. But in all honesty, it's like, the bright side of it is I do get to interact with people, and I get to see where people are coming from, what they're doing, what their interests are. But I also, on the other hand, I fucking hate how much people just go out and consume shit. Like, is it just me, or is consumerism just off the fucking hook, like, more than ever? Like, it fascinates me how many people go out every day and get their food at restaurants. Like nobody does anything for themselves anymore. Like, we've even just acquired another service where you can order the shit and someone else will pick it up for you. And I know you guys know, like DoorDash, I'm sure you've heard of shit like that. Hold on a sec. Alright, had to put the old podcast on pause there because I got a phone call from the old lady. And, what were we talking about? Fucking consumerism, right? Oh, God. Okay, so it really baffles my mind how many people just go out to eat and are just out in public buying shit or going just all day, every fucking day. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we used to go out to eat. We would go out to eat maybe like on a Saturday or something. And that, yeah, they were busy then. But if you went out to eat during, to a restaurant during the week, It was literally a ghost town every other day during the week, usually. And most, like, local places used to be closed, like, Mondays, maybe even Monday, Tuesday, because they knew, like, everybody's working, and that was, like, the slowest time, and it wasn't even worth being open because nobody would show up. Now, everything's fucking open every day, and every day of the week, whether it's fucking Saturday or not, it just seems like it's busy. Like, for whatever reason, man, when it's like 5:05, everybody in the fucking town just comes out to eat. And everybody's like, well, everybody works, everybody always argues with me, like, well, that's when people get off work and they're hungry and they gotta go out. I'm like, oh, dude, fuck that. Like, everybody has got to eat at that exact time. Isn't that fucking weird? Does you ever think that, maybe that's just fucking weird that everybody's eating at that time? Like, what is dinner time? It's like whenever you decide you want to eat is when you're hungry. There's no set fucking time you need to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's fucking weird when all of a sudden it's dead to the world, at least in my business, and then a herd of fucking people show up. And they are a herd. There are some huge-ass people, okay? I'm not trying to knock fat people, because I have battled fatness my whole life. I was a fat kid growing up. Half my life I was overweight. So I get it, but some people, man, you have to actively try to be that fat, okay? You have to try to get that fat. You don't just become that way. It's not genetic. Like, you literally have to work on a day-to-day to become that fucking huge. And with that being said, take care of yourself, people. Oh, man, but seriously, though, I don't understand why people don't know how to do anything anymore. Like, honestly, if fucking every restaurant was closed tomorrow, everybody would have a fucking aneurysm because they wouldn't know how to get food. They're like, I guess I could microwave a Hot Pocket. Oh my god! Like, nobody knows how to cook. Nobody does shit. People who cook, they get all the pre-made shit. This is how I know nobody cooks anymore. I made dinner. I surprised my girlfriend with dinner when she got off work because she was hungry. And I'm like, don't you worry. I got dinner made. And I made like this vegetable medley. And I fried up a steak, And she's eating the fucking vegetable medley for a while. And she's like, oh, this is so good. And I'm like, yep. She's like, where'd you get it? And I'm like, I made it. Oh, it's not from a bag? I'm like, fucking, no. I'm like, I hand chopped all that shit. I made a vegetable medley. I had yellow squash, zucchini, fucking broccoli, red pepper, and asparagus, all right? And I put it in oil, butter, some seasonings and shit, steamed it in a pan, cut up. It was all fresh asparagus, everything. She's like, I was wondering why it's so good. I'm like, because it's fucking handmade, and I took the time to chop that shit, throw it in a pan, and cook it. I mean, it doesn't really even take that long to do that, man. You just gotta cut up the veggies, and throw it in there and let it cook. I mean, you could really make this in like 20 minutes, maybe. Half hour tops for all the cutting, prepping, and cooking time, okay? And she was so impressed. And it made me sit there going, like, from a fucking bag? I was a little offended. I was like, I don't cook. Like, I only cook from a bag if I'm in a rush and I'm lazy and I don't want to. Other than that, if I'm going to cook something with fresh food, I'm going to cook that shit. Ugh. It's because I was spoiled growing up, man. Everything was homemade for me when I was a kid. Like, yeah, we went out to eat, like I said. It was like when we went out to eat, it was like a treat. Like, oh shit, we're going out to eat. Yeah, get my cheeseburger. And that's all I ever got when I was a kid. I got my fucking cheeseburger, plain, and fries, and that was it. Everywhere I went, it didn't matter. It was cheeseburger, plain, and fries. That was my go-to. I love cheeseburgers. But what fat fucking kid doesn't love cheeseburgers, right? Oh, God. Dude, okay, I have to, I was judging some people last night. I was waiting on this table, and they were just amazing people. And, they just, there was that table that you guys said you gotta try to get that fat. These fucking people feeding the kids this stuff. I feel bad for the kids. Because it's not kids' fault. Yeah, I've learned this. I used to, think I hated kids. I'm like, no, It's the people they're raised by. It's their fucking fault. Because when I remember being a kid, I didn't know any better. I just did what my parents told me. People said this and that, and I just kind of like wandered through things because I was figuring out life because I didn't know shit yet. I just existed on this planet for 6 years. I don't know anything. And these fucking people, I gave these kids like 2, 3, they get over there. I come in there, I want a root beer, I want a mellow yellow, and they're just like, haha, that's normal. And they were letting them have it. And mind you, I got like 3 refills of full adult glasses for these kids. And they're young, fat as fuck, And this is, oh man, why you gotta? I'm like, I'm telling you exactly what happened, okay? So how can you be offended by reality and facts? Let's just get that out there. You can't be, because these people were fucking huge, and they were giving their kids diabetes. So, I'm going to tell a story, and I felt bad for the kids. Like, I'm like, I even asked after, like, the third, because the kid was shouting it out. I do this thing, like, if the kid shouts it out, I look at the parent or grandparent or whatever, and I go, is that okay? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. They can have another Coke or whatever. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're a fucking kid, not mine. You know how much fucking sugar's in that? Jesus. No wonder why these poor bastard kids grow up in adolescence to have fucking breakdowns, mental disorders, and people are killing themselves, and they're just fucking, because they're being pumped full of fucking diabetes, sugar, and cancer. Yeah, we're fine, though. And then people wonder why their kids are off the rails. Anyways, judging these people for it. And I'm like, it's not my family. Good luck. I just feel bad for the kids. Because the kids don't know any better. Parents do. But they don't give a fuck. Because they're fat as fuck, too. Drinking their diabetes shit. It was like a mom and a grandmother. So it was like a fucking 3 generations of fucking ignorance. Yeah, I know. Don't judge people. You know what? Yes. Judge people because I know somebody's judging me. Judge not lest ye be judged, right? Well, fuck that. Everybody's judging everybody, so let's just throw that out there. Pretend like nobody's walking down the street looking at you like, look at this motherfucker. Like, that's what we do in this world. That's what we do, and that's okay. I mean, it is what it is, But, oh, God, these poor kids. I honestly feel, I feel bad for them. I do. Like, just shitty. Because it's not the kids' fault. They weren't there, then they existed, and that's what they were born into. That shit. It sucks. And then they're going to grow up and be fat zombies, just wanting more stimulant, more distractions, more sugar, grabbing hold of their soul suckers. Goddamn fucking tablets and iPads and phones and all this shit. Everything to distract you. It's so annoying. And I can't believe by this time, these fucking parents, they got the balls sometimes. Where I work, there's a tablet at every table, and everybody asks, can I get, if they got more than one kid, they're always like, can we get another one? Like, as if every fucking kid deserves one of their own tablets. Because you're too much of a shitty parent to parent and actually interact with your kid. You shove the fucking tablet in their face to distract them from reality, and so you might have 5 minutes of quiet time. You're a shitty parent. I'm sorry. Anybody that just shoves those things in there 24/7 in front of their kids, I'm going to say it right now, you're a shitty parent. And I know that's probably going to piss a lot of people off, and I don't care. That's my opinion. And if it does offend you, it's because deep down you know you're a shitty parent, and that's why you do that. You know you're just giving your kid that thing to distract them because you don't want to deal with them being a kid. And you probably shouldn't have had kids. Woo! I'm on a roll today, huh, guys? Sorry. It saddens me, I don't know. I mean, not my parents, they did the best they could with what they had, but, they weren't fucking, they've talked to us. They interacted with us. When we sat out in public, I had to sit there my best behavior because I just had to. I get the shit kicked out of me if I would. I mean, not like literally shit kicked out of me. My parents weren't vicious. I mean, I got my butt spanked. But, you know, I didn't get a fucking, you know, a sledgehammer to the forehead or anything like that. But, you know, I knew to behave well. Because you gotta understand, man, if you don't teach, you know, kids are blank canvases. If you don't teach them proper principles and behaviors in life from the start, they're gonna grow up and it's gonna be even harder as you transition it into adulthood to unlearn those behaviors and function in the real world. And I'm just saying that because that's how it is. You think it's harmless. You think it's harmless when your kid's just sitting there all that time. Oh, he's learning his ABCs on his tablet. Maybe I'm just old school because I grew up without, you know, the internet and all that technology. And that's the way it is, you know, today. That's the way it is, you know. It's all about internet, computers, and social medias, and everything can be done on your fucking soul-sucking cell phone. You know, maybe I'm just old school. Maybe I'm an old fart when it comes to that mentality, but I don't know, man. I see something wrong with it because since I grew into it, I have a different perspective because I know what life was like without it and what life is like with it. And this is what my take on the whole thing. Life without that shit was fine. I think people knew how to actually engage in people when they were face to face and talk and work it out and fight, but argue in a good way and then figure out a solution rather than just make more problems. Now you got technology where you can just be an asshole online and nobody's going to call you out in like face to face. I mean, nobody would say this shit in person to some of the things online where people take it to on social media because they'll get the shit kicked out of them. If it was face-to-face, you know? You used to mind what you would say around people. Respect people in person. But, you know, behind closed doors and on social media, fuck that. We're all fucking kings of our own world, I guess. And that's really what it is. And I think it's really made people unable to have any social maturity whatsoever. At all. None. No social maturity. No social skills. It's like the complete opposite of social skills, even though it's called social media. It's bullshit. Fuck. It's just, like, you know, when we first got it, and like anything in this world, when we get a new gadget or technology or something that's new to anybody, we're all interested in it. I remember, you know, 2009 or something like that, I got my first smartphone, and I was like, I didn't want to get it, and I was like, I just need a phone to talk and text. And then, like everybody else, I'll get a phone, man. And I jumped on the bandwagon because I couldn't think for myself back then. And I did, and I was like, oh, it's got the shotgun app. If I click it, it sounds like a shotgun. And, oh, words with friends and all that stuff. And it was intriguing at first and fun. And then, you know, a decade goes by. And you see people get engulfed in it and consumed and wrapped around and obsessed. And everywhere I fucking go, all I see is people buried into their fucking phones. Like, it's so goddamn annoying to me. I have dude, when I'm out, I check my phone for the time, and that's about it. But when I'm at anywhere, every store I go to, and I'm out daily at all my stores, I never on my fucking phone. And I look around, everybody's on their phone. Unless it's like moms with their kids, sometimes. But even they're on their phones too. They got like 3-4 kids are pushing a fucking cart. They're still like, yeah, honey, flipping through, like down at their phone, just looking at it, scrolling through nothing. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. It's really fucking weird, this whole thing. And I think it's turning around now. I think the pendulum's starting to swing the other way, and people realize this is a big fucking problem. And we're all just distracted from reality. And the thing is, man, reality's not that bad, but people don't like to face the truth in reality and be honest. They like to live in fantasy world. Like like social media and the internet gave us a gateway to making a book reality. You know, like creating a virtual world that we can all escape to. Like if you read your favorite book and, you know, like Alice in Wonderland, you know, you used to see it in the cartoon, you're like, oh, that's so nice. Well, now we can all live in our own wonderlands thanks to social media, you know? I created the Word of Yaga, my YouTube page. And that's all me. It's all my personality, videos, ideas, and it's all me. So it's like my own little world in there. My own little page. Espresso. You know? And that's what it is. And then you get to escape there. But that's great. You know, you can't escape there. But then again, virtual reality is right here now. And they're probably going to be able to download your brain into the computer. And you can live there. And everything's fake. You don't even need a reel anymore. But hey, you know what? I like real. I like being able to talk to people. I like connecting. I like getting to know somebody. I want to hear where they come from. I want to hear their crazy fucking stories. I want to hear how they traveled across this country on a train and they thought that was a good idea. Like, I want to know. You're boring to me if you just like, I grew up, I graduated in here, and then I went to college for 4 years. I had a little fun in college, and then I got married. And like, that's just boring to me. Like, you're boring. You suck. You're a boring person. You're just a lemming generic to this world, and you don't interest me. I'm sure you're fine, but what are you contributing? Nothing. You're just one of the drones. You're like a worker bee. I can't stand that shit. What is something fucking awesome that you're doing that's really contributing to anything? And myself included. I'm not saying I'm anything special. Fuck no. I know where I stand in this world, and that's okay. I accept it. That's why my life is okay, because I accept where I'm at. I don't give a fuck about other people, places, things, or anything like that are trying to sway my way of living, because my way of living works for me. So I get all that, and I'm not, I ain't changing nothing but my own fucking reactions to this world, and I stick with that. So, I say, put down the phones, folks, and, talk to your kids. If you've got kids, dude, hang out with them. Don't just shove tablets in their faces. You're fucking them up. I know you don't see it right now, but I can guarantee down the road as they get older, they're gonna be fucked up. Unless they come up with an app for that or a piece of technology that's gonna fix, social interactions, which I doubt is gonna happen without, nothing wrong with good old-fashioned human beings interacting with other human beings, man, face-to-face and in person, so that's what it is. But, alright. I think I bitch, moaned, and complained and got all that nonsense off my chest for now. So, yeah. We'll do this sooner rather than later, folks. Be sure to share this if you do, and follow me on my YouTube page, Twitter, at MJYaga. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace!
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?